Yeah, I mean, obviously the fourth win's always the hardest, so we expected a tough game, and we got one.
You guys have a better record on the road than you do at home. You're below 500 at home. What's been tough about winning at home, and is that frustrating that that's the position you're in?
Yeah, I mean, both teams are trying to win, regardless of where you are. It's just one of those things. But I mean, we're confident on the road, and we need that going into Game 6.
Do you think you were getting the good opportunities tonight?
Yeah, I thought we had good chances. I mean, I'd love to get a couple more on the power play, but it is what it is. I mean, they're doing their job killing, so I mean, we'll make adjustments accordingly and try to get more chances.
What adjustments did they make on their power play that was able to solve your penalty kill tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a PK guy, but watching just from the bench, you can see that they're, I mean, taking lanes, shooting lanes. I mean, they're skilled players. They're going to make skilled plays, so it's a lot of stress on our PK. I mean, they've done a fantastic job so far this series. I'm sure they're going to flush that one away and get ready for the next one.
I know it's in a loss, but the breakaway goal to Miro, is that just one of those, it just opened up and was a really fun moment? What is that like to have a moment like that with the goal that was scored there?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to execute on our breakout. I mean, however way it was. I mean, Pav just, I mean, saw that at some speed. So obviously, it's great that Miro's got using his speed, finishing, and just yeah, it's a great play by him.
What's been working on the road for you guys? You've played very well there.
I think just the same. I mean, the same thing we said going into those road games, just trusting ourselves, staying composed, just talking it out, communicating, try to make the simple, hard play, know what everyone's doing, and yeah, we're going to need that tomorrow or whatever next game.
Jason, every time you guys have faced adversity so far in this postseason, you find a way to bounce back. What allows you guys to be that resilient?
Yeah, I think just the leadership in this room, just the composure we have, the coaching staff, you know, our older guys, everyone, we can kind of have that reset button to try to just take it one game at a time, and we're going to have to try to get it done whatever day it is, Game 6.
Friday. With Jake specifically, you know, coming off a loss in the playoffs, he's 11-4. What makes him so good in these situations?
Well, like I said, he flushes away. I think he's, I mean, probably the mentally toughest guy in this locker room. I know it's the hardest job in hockey to be a goalie, so he takes a lot of pride in his work. So he's very, like I said, mentally tough. He's going to flush it away and get ready for next game.
Yeah, we expected it. They were good tonight. Give them a little bit of credit. You know, and I think at the end of the day, we look at it as a little bit of a missed opportunity. We were good in some areas, but there were definitely a few areas we gave them a little bit more space tonight.
You guys had been really good on the penalty kill ever since Game 1, hadn't allowed anything. What was kind of the breakdowns today?
You know, you'll have to go look at it, but that's a good unit over there, and guys have done a tremendous job up to this point, and they found a little bit of traffic, I think, at times, and got some pucks through. So, you know, a couple things we'll look at.
You guys are below 500 at home right now in the playoffs. What's been difficult about winning at home?
It's a good question. You know, we feel good here. We like playing here. You know, on the flip side, we've been really good on the road. So there's certain things from the road that we can probably bring home and do a little bit better job at. But yeah, we got to win. Got to take care of our opportunities here when we get them like this, and missed the opportunity first tonight.
Joe, this is the first time you guys have had to play from behind in the series. As you move forward, how can you use that experience to your advantage?
Just understand that there's time left. You know, we go down by 2, I think, in the third there, and it's still early. You know, we get a big goal to pull us within 1, and we have opportunities. So, you know, we get that power play. You got to cash in on those. Those are big moments throughout playoffs and lead to wins if you can, you know, make it count. So, yeah, there's certain areas of the game where we could just been better tonight.
When you guys have lost with Jake Oettinger in the playoffs, he's been extremely resilient. 11-4 record coming off a loss. What makes him so good at bouncing back?
Yeah, he's a competitor. You know, there's no doubt about it in here, and the belief we have in him. You know, all season, if people are saying he's struggling, there's not one guy in here that believes he isn't going to bounce back. So, you know, he'll bounce back. We need to bounce back as a group. Forwards, you know, we can do a little bit better job. D up and down the lineup. There's more out there for us.
I know it comes in a loss, but for you personally, to get on the score sheet and lose bit of relief?
Yeah, I mean, the production hasn't been there. I've done some good things, you know, and we've been winning games. It's funny because you hear some of the noise, you do it, you try to take care of the process. It really is probably a cliche, but you want to win games now. However you do it, whoever can get it done. Do your part when you get a chance, chip in. So, yeah, it's nice, but it's not a good feeling, is it? You know, especially with an opportunity to go on. So, like where we are right now, and we move forward, and we got to go win a game.
Pete's talked about how your impact goes beyond the stat sheet. You know, you look at Logan with that great tip in. Do you work with him and other guys on things like that?
No, those guys are skilled players. You know, they're great kids, great players in here. You know, they're working on their own. You talk to them certain areas, doing certain things, but big goal by him tonight. You know, it's awesome to see. You know, there's no doubt that we felt like we could tie that game up, and if it needed overtime, we were going to get it done. You know, we came out a little short tonight. But yeah, just great kids. You give them what you can, you know, and then you try to go get it done yourself and watch them, and they've been tremendous pieces of this team.
Outside of closing out the series tonight, you guys also missed out on a little bit of rest between series. You have some guys that are kind of fighting through some things. Tana lost a tooth there in the first. What is it like? I guess is that give you extra motivation for the next game to go in and close it out?
We're not trying to close it out so we can get more rest. We're trying to close it out so we can move on. You know, however we get it done. It's a group that's going to compete. You know, however it happens, we want to get there, and we want to, you know, keep advancing. It would have been nice, absolutely. But we didn't get it done. So now we got to go regroup a little bit, look at a few things, and go try to win again.
You mentioned the road success, but specifically at Ball Arena, you know, winning those games 9-2 combined. How much can you pull on that Friday?
Yeah, go try to take some of what we've done there already, and you know, just do a job. Like guys are going to be ready. We're going to be prepared. We know they're going to be. It's going to be a good game. Great atmosphere. We like playing. You know, this time of year. That's why it's so great. That's why you want to be a part of it. And yeah.
You were expecting big pushback from them, and they had a really good game. Just how do you balance that out? And it's just a series.
Yeah, I mean, you knew we were going to get their best game of the series, and they did, and their big guys all are on the score sheet tonight, which you probably anticipated would happen. You know, we still are right there in that game. You know, I liked our second period. You know, a couple things happen that, you know, are really self-inflicted this time of year. It's really hard to win. One's the goal at the end of the second period, you know, with 0.2 seconds. You got to get out of the period there. You know, their power play goes 2 for 2. That's you know, I know we had a penalty at the end, but, you know, that was kind of a moot point. So tough to win when those type of things aren't in your favor.
Hey, Pete.
Yep.
For your team, every time you faced adversity in this postseason, you found a way to rally. What's allowed your group to do that? And with Jake specifically, he's 11-4 in his postseason career coming off a loss. What makes him so good in these situations?
Yeah, well, I mean, just, you know, he's a response guy. You know, he has been, you know, in my entire time with him. And listen, like, you know, this is a hard league to beat any team 4 times in a row. Never mind the Colorado Avalanche when you're in the conference, you know, semifinals and you're down to 8 teams left in the league. So, you know, it would have been a great thing to have accomplished it tonight. I think our effort was in the right place. We did some things. But you have to, you know, give them credit. They played a real good road game. Now we've got to go down there and respond, and, you know, Jake is part of that. Him and our group have to go in there and do what we did earlier in this series and win some road games.
Chris Tanev apparently lost a tooth in the first period, you told Emily Kaplan. What's it like to watch a guy like that come back and just battle through, knowing this time of year you always talk about how it's a war of attrition when it comes to injuries?
Yeah. Well, it's that time of year. I mean, you know, he's not the only one. There's a lot of guys that are playing, you know, either hurt or with different things. So, but he doesn't have many teeth left. He doesn't have many to begin with to lose any. But from what I understood, it got pushed in. They had to pull it in order for him to come back. So Didn't miss much though. Didn't miss many shifts.
Hey, Pete. Over
Hey,
here.
yeah.
You mentioned the road success, but right now at home you're below 500, 3-4 in the playoffs. Can you attribute that to anything, and has it just been frustrating to not be able to get it done
Yeah.
at home?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, Leah. I mean, again, we, I mean, the Vegas series is in the rearview mirror. I think in this series, I really liked us in, the first 2 games. I thought we played some pretty good hockey. We could have won those games. Could have, it's not like we're playing really poorly at home. I think we're not finding ways to win, which we do on the road. So, it's a fine line.